I'm gonna go home, have some sex.
Harry, you're gonna go home and puke.
Yeah, well, that'll be fun too.
Hey guys, 2 years ago I shot a little video where I decided to calculate the total number of minutes we have in our video library, I guess is the best way to put it. I actually went through all of our movies, all of our TV series, basically everything that we own, and added it up and told you how many minutes we have, how many hours, how many days, all that good stuff. I did that because when I did that, I was just extremely bored. I think I was had a weekend off where I did it, and it just seemed like a good idea. Last week sometime it popped up on my Facebook feed from my memories, and I was like, you know what, I'm interested to see what our update on that is. So I decided to do it. I decided to do an update to it. So this is it 2 years later. Let's see how much it has grown in 2 years. I also really wanted to do it because I'm actually gonna be able to keep track of it this time. So if I want to do this again, it's not going to be quite as much work because we have the what's in the bag videos that Michael does. I'm able to keep track of anything new that we bought, and I'm going to be able to make a note. You know, I did this on this day. This is what episode of, what's in the bag I've gone up to, and I'll be able to go from there. So if I ever want to recalculate, a year from now or something, then I'll be able to much easier. So here we go. Now, 2 years ago, our totals was 228,019 minutes, or 3,800 hours, or 158 days. Now this time when I did it, I broke it up into the same categories. TV Blu-ray was 52,886 minutes. TV DVD was about 138,000 minutes. I don't have an exact number because I had to go back and add some stuff at the end that I had forgotten, so I don't have a complete total there. Movies Blu-ray was 55,642 minutes. Movies DVD was 78,982 minutes. Now, I ran into a little bit of trouble this time through, and it's something that I just want to discuss really quickly before I start giving the actual totals and doing all the calculations. In the 2 years since I've done this, one of the things in our collection that has increased greatly are steelbooks. Now, if you watch Michael's What's in the Bag episodes, then you know that we have a lot of steelbooks. I think that our latest, I think it's something like 170, 180 steelbooks, something like that. I don't know the exact number. Now, here's the only problem with steelbooks, and this actually isn't the worst example, but I'm using this one for a certain reason. Now, this one is, as you can see, Fast and the Furious 6. Now, if you take a look at the back of it, which I know you can't totally see, they have a lot of the information on the back. They have the credits. Now this is an exception because a lot of steelbooks don't. Most steelbooks are a picture on the front and a picture on the back. Nothing. No credits, no information. And that's one of the things that we like about steelbooks because it's the artwork that's on them. That's their main draw. But here's the problem with this. Now I chose this one in particular because it is a Universal movie. Universals are the worst about this. They do not give a runtime on the disc. They don't put a runtime anywhere on the actual disc, which means that I have to pull it up on IMDb or Amazon or whatever. I use Amazon if it is like a director's cut or extended cut because IMDb just puts the runtime for the regular movie on them. If it's a director's cut, they won't put it on there. They just put the regular runtime. Universal was the worst about this. Lionsgate was also pretty bad, as was anything that came from shoot, what was the other one that was pretty awful about this? Paramount. They don't put run times on discs. Now Disney does. Disney's really good about that. Put the movie length somewhere on the box or on the disc. If it's a steelbook, I understand. That's why we buy a steelbook. We buy a steelbook for the artwork. Okay? But if it's just a regular Blu-ray box or even DVD, because surprisingly I didn't think that I would have to worry about the DVDs when I got to those. I'm like, okay, the DVDs are going to have the runtime on all of them. Nope, not all of them. Surprisingly, put the damn runtime somewhere on the disc. Put it on the actual physical disc. That way I can find it somewhere. God. I mean, I knew that I was going to have some troubles with like the TV seasons, especially the complete series, because they weren't going to put it on there. That's okay. That's what Amazon is for. You look it up, it's going to have it listed in the description. But just put the runtime on the disc somewhere. Anyway, that little rant is over. Sorry, that was such a pain in the ass to me. Just this whole time doing this. Oh God, especially on the stand-up comedy discs. They were the worst. Anyway, new total. And this is as of today. Well, technically last night, because we bought some stuff last night. It is December 1st that I'm recording this. December 2nd. It's December 2nd. And as of last night, we bought some new stuff, but that's all calculated in here too. $325,709 minutes. $709 times 60, and that is 19,542,540 seconds. Now, let's clear that out. Now, let's break it down in the way that we all really want to know. 325,709 divided by 60 equals 5,428.5 hours to round up. I'm rounding up a little bit. 5,428 hours. Divide that by 24. 226 days. I rounded down a little bit on that one. 226 days. So that is about 7.5 months. Now, last time was 158 days. So in 2 years we've added, which is about 5 months. A little more than 5 months. So in 2 years we have added 2 straight months to our entertainment collection. 7.5 months straight of, and that is no repeats. I did not put any repeats on this list. Otherwise it would have actually been a lot more if I had. If I actually had calculated everything that we owned, it actually would have been a lot more because we have a lot of special editions of stuff. What I calculated in this was nothing repeated. I took the extended links or director's cut of any movie that we owned, a director's cut. That's the one I counted. I counted whatever the longest length was. Because some movies we have 3 or 4 different versions of, like Blade Runner, Avatar, things like that. I didn't count any special features because that alone would add so much. And if I had a way to easily calculate that, I would at some point. That's something that I might look into. Because, I mean, hell, just the Lord of the Rings movies alone, I have the extended cuts of all 6 of them. The special features alone are probably a good 60 to 70 hours worth of stuff just on the special features, maybe more. But yeah, 226 days. 226 days. We could send our, if they had a way to watch them, we could send our entire movie collection with the astronauts and they would never be bored at the International Space Station. Oh yeah, NASA doesn't go up there anymore. I forgot. But yeah, 7.5 months. And we're not nearly done yet. Thanks for watching, guys.